If I just say to you now, bump, look what naturally happens. I'm not pulling the arms down. They were dropping the club down. The last thing we want to do, I call it a decapitation move. This is a sword, and he's coming down steep. He's chopping his head off. Now it's running below the shoulder joints, below this joint here. So that means now he's got the club in a perfect spot. He's bumped this way. Now you can turn as hard as you like. Bump. I mean, you're aiming square and have just hit that golf shot. That's so good.
Nice. That was nice. Definitely going to be closer.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Absolutely delighted to be down in Southern California with me and my golf boys.
Ian,
Piers.
great to see you.
Good to see you, pal.
Thanks for having us.
Mikey.
Mikey. Appreciate it.
How's it going, my man?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Listen, we had a really tough task, and we had to draft in the best in the business to get it done. Mikey's golf swing, boys.
Yeah.
We
I
need
apologize
help.
in
We need
advance.
help.
It's not that bad. Come on. It's not that bad. It could be better.
Could be better.
Where Mikey's in a position, and you guys have obviously followed Mikey's progress and where his game's at. Kind of, would you say you're stuck? You're at a point where you're a little bit feel like you're not really making progress, and you're kind of
handicap's just
treading
kind
water a little bit,
of staying where it is, and there's no real like advancement to getting better right now.
And the holy grail is
scratch
golf.
Yeah.
And you're close.
Close, yeah.
But not close enough.
Yeah. After today.
I think what he needs to do is play more golf on the sand.
You're only playing. You need to get 5 times a week instead of 4.
I'm in.
That might do the
I'm
difference.
in. That's easy.
You'll get it done.
I think what we're going to do today is going to be massive for you, Mikey.
Cool.
Piers is going to be taking control today. We're excited. We get so excited about these lessons, and I can't wait to sort of just get this underway and just see the changes that he's going to make here.
Okay, let's get you hitting a few. Let's not delay anymore.
We've got full swing in play, so we're going to get some data from that as well. And we've had a chat already off camera about what we want to do here. A draw is something that you would really quite like, isn't it?
Yeah, a little right to left.
And you naturally fade it.
Yeah.
I mean, you said to me earlier that maybe 4 greens in a round is kind of the average. Yeah. That's nowhere near enough.
No.
And it's actually nowhere near enough for this golf
short
swing.
game.
Short game I can get away with.
Yeah. Short game's good. Yeah, I mean, short game's good, but it's how well he drives it. I mean, he puts it in play
all the time.
All the time. And good enough length for playing golf courses, 67, 800 yards. So he just needs a little bit of, little direction with the irons. I think
100%.
A little bit lost with how to go about really sort of hitting more greens, what shot shape to dial in.
Picking a target, alignment, all of it, yeah.
And it's a valid point. There's a couple of things here straight away from saying this. If you are driving it really well, but you struggle with your irons, we don't want to change your irons so it changes your driving. And the good thing is for us, we really believe that driving is its own discipline. You're teeing at this high, it's very different how you want to approach the ball. But then the second thing I would say is, this golf swing isn't that bad. It's not 4 greens in regulation if you're in the fairway a lot. Yeah. So there's a few things going on from a strategy point of view. I'd love to spend some time with you on that and understanding where you should be hitting it on the greens. Hopefully you're not going for every flag, and hopefully you're not doing anything too serious in that regard. Hit me some shots. Okay. Let's just get you hitting some here. We've got a red flag down on the range there.
We've got a
fire. We've got a fire going on over. We've got a fire down there. Something's going on.
Big old target.
Go on, let's get you getting a few more. And the way we're going to go through this is this is exactly the same as we would be giving a golf lesson to Mike. If you just turned up off the street, this is the same process we'd be going through. Nothing different to how we would do it normally. And the objective is that he's got to leave here today fully bought into what he's got to do, fully understanding it. And we're not going to promise anything like he's going to be practicing 5 times a week, are we? Or anything like that.
We always talk about a few things when we deliver a lesson. CIA. We want Mikey today.
He said CIA and he just pulled it miles left. Have you got some secrets, sir?
So we want clarity. So Mikey needs to be, he's not clear at the moment in what he's thinking about. He's like, I don't really know, clarity.
Yeah.
Improvement. We want you to get better today. And then just autonomy. We want you to go away knowing exactly what you need to do. And if we hit all those 3 things today, you're going to be happy and you're going to be hitting it better.
Yeah,
and more importantly, clear. Like, the #1 thing is absolutely clarity in what you do.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons I don't spend time on the range is I'll go to the range and it sounds awful, I just don't know what I'm doing. I just hit balls for fun and then leave and go play. So
you're not on your own.
That's great. That's really honest. And we need to know that. I mean, I said to Mikey, a good practice session for me is you hitting 20 balls.
Yeah.
And knowing exactly what you're doing on those 20 balls. And that's it. You haven't got to do any more than that.
Right.
And if you have enough evidence that practice is good for you, then you might do it a bit more. Okay, look, that's a really nice functional shot.
Yeah.
You've hit it on the target. The full swing is saying that your club path was pretty neutral on that one.
Okay.
That one was 1 point, that was 1 degree to the right. We've had 1 degree to the left, 2 degrees to the left.
Yeah.
So we've had a bit of a mixture around 0. But one thing I will say, this is actually a really valid point. If you're someone who's hitting normal shots and your either path is right and path is left, and it can depend, that can be a problem.
Totally.
Because you could have a two-way miss in your game. At least if it was like miles right or miles left, you may have a two-way miss, but at least you have a corridor that you start in the ball in.
Yeah.
For you, you've got a different corridor.
100%. 100%.
Do me a favor, just set up this one.
Okay.
We're going to start with.
This is the key.
This is the key. This is the key.
I can't wait. It's going to feel so weird.
This could be the catalyst to everything that's going on here. So we can see now, and look, Ian's probably going to nod his head as soon as we do this. If I drop this alignment stick across your toe line here, and you have your feet right square on, so we would go toe line in this. If you step away from that and go and stand where that stick is pointing, he knows already.
Yeah.
It's going right, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're aware of this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, now bear in mind you're quite neutral on a club path.
Right.
When I square this up, what do you think is going to happen to your club path? Which direction will it go then? Or should it go?
Oh, it should go a little bit more.
It should go
to the
more left,
yeah.
shouldn't it?
Yeah.
But let's see what actually happens
Yeah.
as a result, yeah? So we're just going to put this in. The thing is, you don't really put these down when you play golf, do you?
No.
You only really do this when you practice. So just set yourself up. Let me just see how good that is.
He's like,
Struggling with it.
He's almost got a problem with his
hang on,
eyes as
hang on
well,
a
because
second,
look
I'm
at
just gonna get a little closer.
look how much closer your left foot is. There we go. Bring that right foot forward and that left foot back. So when you look up now, you'll feel like you're aiming miles left, yeah?
100%.
Okay, let's just hit some shots and just see what actually happens. Because this might be as much as we need. This might be enough for him to figure it out. But it's probably going to go left. Okay?
Good.
Now, if you were aiming right, that would have been a good shot and we'd be saying great shot.
Yeah.
and it's important that Piers, but what Piers did then is set your expectation. It's going to go left. Like
Right.
it needs to go left at the
Yeah.
moment in order to create a change.
Yeah.
Which the next thing, which is really going to be the key thing when we go
Right.
through this. But let's get a few of these.
Until we do an actual change to the motion and actually show you guys exactly what's going on with the golf swing, he's going to be hitting it left, which is fine. That can happen. You can get it back on target by fading it like that. That's actually a really nice golf shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was lovely. And guys, obviously, I mean, the people who know Mikey and have followed the channel, there's some places that people maybe logically to the maybe the untrained mind would go the grip.
Yeah.
Right, Mikey's got some things going on because of the grip. You guys said straight away, the grip's the last thing we're touching here.
At the moment,
yeah.
for sure. It wouldn't be anything we'd change at the moment. Look, ultimately, Mikey, just take your grip, Mikey.
Yeah.
So he's got a strong grip. So he's got a left hand strong and he's got a right hand even stronger.
Yeah.
That suggests that the club face could get closed and it could get de-lofted. But he's not hitting it too low and he's not hooking it.
Yep.
So until he starts doing that, then
Yep.
we start looking at it. If we go for the desired draw and we start to get a bit of a hook pattern going in there, then we may change it. But at the moment, absolutely not.
It's only a problem if it's causing a problem, and it's
Yeah,
definitely not
exactly.
causing a
Yeah,
problem.
Okay.
If anything as well, and you'll see his pattern in his golf swing, there's something going on in his golf swing that if we change the grip, it would make it worse. So actually going what we would call textbook would actually mess him up.
Yeah.
At least swore then.
Nice.
So
Crispy.
it's really interesting. That's gone miles left, and Andy said nice, because that's exactly what he wants to see. How was the strike?
Felt great. Yeah.
Strike felt great, yeah? Club path was definitely left.
6.1 left.
6.1 left.
Okay.
And
So-
we're happy with that at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like this is what we wanted to see in order to have something else change. So this is all falling into the plan at the moment.
Cool.
If it had been in the fitting bay with you guys then, and then the full swing would have gone, that's perfect. Or whatever the launch one you got is perfect. And then the ball flight would be like, oh, that's backed it up, it's perfect.
Right.
But the problem is, well, let's not go too much into it right now. Let's hit a couple more.
Just make sure those feet, that's it,
keep an eye
there
on
you
it.
go, that's it.
Andy is the alignment police now, yeah?
And here's the thing with this, right? Mike is a great player, 2 handicap.
Absolutely.
We could easily say, right, Mikey, don't want you to do anything else.
Yeah.
Go away and practice your alignment for 2 months. Your golf swing would improve because your body starts reacting to your alignment without any cues from us. But we're going to give you those cues, but that's what would happen. We react to certain things, and if all you did was this,
Yeah.
your body is going to find a way to get that ball to target, and it would move in a a better way.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah,
But
totally.
we're going to give you more than that today because we don't want to wait 3 months.
Ian's like, I think Ian, he's looking a bit worried.
Mikey
here,
wants
Ian,
it
is
all.
he?
I mean, I can come back, no problem.
Okay, let's go one more.
Again, beautiful. Love that crisp strike.
Yeah.
And again, gone left, that's okay.
Gone left, but the flight's nice.
I was going to
Right,
say it's
there we go,
strong.
yeah. All right, so let's just go through what we're seeing in Mikey's golf swing. Obviously, we know he was aiming to the right. We can see when he's taking the club back, he actually takes the club back really quite nicely. I know he gets a little bit narrow at the top, and that's something that Ian, you spoke about with him before. But from here, we can see that Mikey's really good at rotating. So he rotates aggressively, throws the club over the top of the plane, and that's what's going to be causing that club path to go to the left. Now, if we look at this front-on view, again, we said he's very good at rotating, but he's not very good at moving laterally towards the target. So we actually use Sports Box to show off here how much he's moving towards the target. And we can see Mike is only moving 2.2 inches towards the target. We want at least 4 to 6 inches, so we need a lot more movement that way into this lead side. And a very simple thing that we do when we're videoing somebody is a line from the outside of the heel upwards. We call that the impact line, a vertical line. We can see that as he's swinging down, his lead shoulder is staying back of that line. Ideally, we'd want that lead shoulder getting up onto that line. So what we need to do, we need to create a little bit more movement this way as opposed to lots of rotation.
Cool.
That kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
We've seen this, we see this so much recently, a lot of lessons recently. Anyone who aims to the right has this move in order to try and get it back on target, which means this hip goes back, upper body goes over. As soon as you square them up, the whole body sequences in a great way.
Yeah.
Because now you can actually drive the lower body and sequence the swing, whereas when you aim right, there's no way you're going to drive because then you're going to start to cause some inconsistency.
Exactly this. So imagine this. Again, I'll just show you. If I'm aiming well right, 40 yards right, sometimes you're aiming. If I'm doing that now, I have no reason to shift and shallow that club because if I do, it's just going miles right. You've got to play a load of hook in order to do that. So you kind of have to spin and rotate over the top. But at least now when you're aiming square or even slightly open, I'm okay with that, you're now having an excuse to move. You're given permission to move towards the target. And that's going to be the key for you. Can we get you moving like this as opposed to like this? Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, let's get you in here. So just, when I say does it make sense as well, have you got any instances where you're feeling this on the golf course that you're not moving toward the target? Or
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of weeks I've been playing and I'd hit a shot and goes to the right, and then I would almost try to like force myself over and thinking, how can I not get to the left side?
So almost like an afterthought almost.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're gonna do. You'll see if you ever watch any of our videos, this thing gets out of the way for a bit and I want you to feel it. I want you to get a sensation of what this is like. So I'm gonna manhandle you a little bit and Andy's gonna, he's the alignment police.
Make sure it's good.
So I'm gonna manhandle you a bit and I want you to give me a sensation of what you feel you're doing in your golf swing to do this, yeah?
Okay,
And I want you, whatever his words are, really important in this instance.
Okay.
I can tell you what I want you to do, but you gotta feel it.
Right.
So do your normal backswing. So all I wanna feel from here is that we delay the turning of the torso and start moving that way. Okay, and then swing through. Okay, let's see if you can do that a few times by yourself. So swing to the top, delay, move, and then swing through. Okay.
One thing that'll help you with this as well, Mikey, you might feel the balance start to go.
Yeah.
Fraction wider stance.
Okay.
What tends to happen is that the stance goes narrow because it's easy to rotate, that's it. The outside of the heels now are just a bit wider than the hips.
And he's
going to
squared himself
encourage you
up
to
there as
shift the
well.
weight now.
And we could actually, let's just flare this left foot out a little bit more as well. That's good. Again, think of this. If we're square on here or even pointed this way and you're moving this way, it's like, no, I don't want to go, and it'll push you back this way. So at least this way, it's again,
A little more
giving
room.
you permission to move. Good. Just delay a little bit longer with those arms at the top. It almost is like I don't want to put too many words in your mouth, but they're kind of delayed at the top.
Yeah.
And then you move the body and then you swing down. So move, then swing.
I can see you being mindful of that width. That looks good now. So you're, you know, when you're doing the pause there to sort of collect yourself, really nice in the hand width. You're pushing those hands further away.
And that would be a beautiful drill to actually stop at the top and then hit.
Right,
It's a possibility. Good, and again. Help you out again on this one. I like what I'm
almost
seeing
looks
there.
like a golfer, boys. Dangerously close.
Hold there, bump. I'm really delaying you, then go.
Isn't it crazy though as well that
Nice.
2 handicap, we're going, well, we're just going to aim a little bit further left. You know, where most golfers are diving into the weeds first, you know, trying to get external rotation or flexion or extension of this and that. It's like, let's just aim a little bit left and let's get you to move your body in a slightly different way. It doesn't need to be that hard, and most golfers are making it way too complicated.
I've always thought Mikey's had a lot of the harder stuff to learn. Really nice sequence, really nice flow. You know, the golf swing, when we look at it, has great timing to it, and he blends it all really, really well. It's just a little bit of this structure that has just been lacking, some cause and effect with the aim, and you play so much, so you're going to fiddle your way through that. But looking at the way this structure's coming together, it looks really good.
Yeah, cool.
Like it. Keep going. So again, wide stance, flare the left foot, aiming square. From there, swing to the top. We delay. Off you go. Move. Now go. All right. Good. What I asked you earlier? What is your feeling for that?
I like the pause thing makes a ton of sense. Okay. I know it's very simple, but as soon as I get there, it helps me kind of trigger myself to get the left leg.
Look, see how easy it is for him to rotate.
Yeah.
I mean, he's focusing on doing this, and this is still firing out like this. I'm never going to have to tell you to rotate more, I don't think.
Cool.
Which is great. Let's try and blend this a little bit now. So it's kind of like we've drawn this beautiful outline of the Mona Lisa, something beautiful, but it's a bit dot to dot.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can smooth the edges out a little bit and see if we can get it. So there's going to almost be a delay at the top.
Yeah.
But it'll almost be just a delay with your arms as the rest of your body is moving, yeah?
Okay.
As the best players do, you know, they say, these guys, you see the best players, and they kind of, their arms are still kind of finishing off, and their lower body's already starting the race back toward the target. Lay the arms and move the body. Ooh, lovely.
What we'll start to see with this is that we're going to compress the golf ball in a different way. Okay. So you hit down by steepness of the plane. Yeah. But you hang back with this. What this is going to do, it's going to shallow you out from a plane perspective, but you'll compress it with a weight shift. You'll move your low point this way with the weight shift, and it's going to be a very different feel. So you're going to get shallower, but more compression because your body's more over here.
That makes sense.
So you're getting 4 degrees down by swinging over the top.
Right.
Not by, as Andy says, true compression.
Okay.
Kind of what everybody wants, I think, isn't it?
I'm amazed at the discipline you've got to keep these feet aiming left. This is
good. He's looking like Lee Trevino now.
I'm halfway through going, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong?
It looks good.
So the ball's not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're not going to hit a ball today.
Oh, no.
This is the end of the video in about 3 minutes.
Well done, you've improved.
Thanks.
Go slightly wider again. Let's go slightly wider again. This is a 7-iron as well, so this is all good. Good. So all I would say to you now, let's just play a little game. So this is your target, so set up to this target. And I want you to do the delay for me, but keep the flow, but I want you to swing the club out towards me on the way through. You're going to delay, but you're going to swing out towards it. If you can hit a divot, hit me with it. I'm hoping you didn't hit the divot there, Andy, to make sure. That was good. If we could get the path on that one, it's going to be 10 degrees to the right. Okay. From aiming left. Yeah. Same again, you aimed at my hand, but you're swinging at my chest. Delay. Not bad. That was pretty good. We're going to hit a ball doing that.
Okay.
That
I'm
exact
stand over here.
Yeah, I was just saying.
I've got full trust in you, Mikey. It's Piers I don't trust.
But yet he stood over there. And all I want you to do with this as well, on a T-peg to start with, this is a process we have to go through. Okay. I can't just say to you, do this straight away. Right. We have to go through this process. Okay. So I don't care where this ball goes, but I would like the path to be more to the right, and I would like for you to shift better. Okay.
We were probably between 5 and 8, path left.
Yep.
Be interesting to see. I want to make sure that we're actually good on the alignment here.
Yeah, you get that, Andy.
Okay. So now you're a square up. It'd be interesting to see if we can get this path closer to again. Well, actually, if we want to play a draw, we need to get it to the right. So,
balls at the top, bump.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
Okay. Give me create something different straight away. Just quickly have a look at the launch monitor, the full swing. What's it saying at the top?
1.6.
To the
right, yeah.
1.6 to the right, straight away. Beautiful. Again, it's really important when you're actually working at your golf swing and you're changing your golf swing that you set an expectation of what you're trying to achieve.
Okay.
Good, yeah, that's
when
good.
you do a change, it's not about trying to create great shots straight away. It's about understanding what you're trying to change and actually make a difference that way. And sometimes you need to accept that it might be different when you play. Me and him are always wanting to get golfers better straight away, not like,
Yes, that
I'll
shows
wait
where
6
that is.
months.
Yeah.
Why would you go to the doctors and say
No.
6 months? Yeah, you know, you want to get better straight away.
Guarantee though, if you just practice this alignment for the next 2 months, you're going to be a better golfer.
Okay, good. Stop and stop. And go. Okay. Again, the move looks decent here. It's still going to be a little bit left. That one is definitely going to be a little bit left. 3 degrees. But you've gone from 8 to 3.
Yeah.
That's good.
Marginal gain.
Yeah.
You'll be there. That'll just keep getting better. That will.
Okay.
If the lesson finished now and you just said to a family member what you were working at and saying, well, look, all I've done is I've squared myself up and I've delayed my turn so I can bump more and move more.
Okay.
That would be the way I would describe it.
Yeah.
Okay, same on the shot. So if we get you to swing to the top, if I just say to you now, bump, look what naturally happens. I'm not pulling the arms down. They were dropping the club down. The last thing we want to do, I call it a decapitation move. This is a sword and he's coming down steep. He's chopping his head off. Now it's running below the shoulder joints, below this joint here. So that means now he's got the club in a perfect spot. He's bumped this way. Now you can turn as hard as you like. You can do what you're good at.
Right, okay.
And just rip it from there, yeah?
Yep.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's just do that move together again. That was really good. And he has the ball forward as well.
Stance,
Yeah.
When the ball's forward a lot, it's harder to get the path to the right. We know that. So I'm happy with that though. Stay there. Oh, look at him. He's a little wide backswing for him. Bump, bump, beautiful, and then turn through. Okay. All right, let's hit one. Stop at the top again. Stop at the top for a good time. Bump. I mean, you're aiming square and have just hit that golf shot. That's so good.
Nice. That was nice. Definitely going to be closer.
You could be playing golf this way, by the way.
Oh, look at that.
0.2.
We're getting there.
Well, you ain't getting any better than that.
Yeah.
That's there. No, that's great. It just needs to be more often, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so good. Well done. Let's keep going.
We're inhaling a lot of smoke here, guys. There's been a fire down there at the moment, so it's looking a bit
for you, Michael.
It looks a little dodgy on the camera. It's because there's a load of smoke coming in here.
We were saying off camera, it's there's a bit of an orange glow now to the video. It's obviously the ginger hair. All right, let's go again. Same feeling. If you can do that practice swing on this shot, that'd be brilliant. Even if you've got to hit it 110 yards, that's fine. Give me the movement.
You're aiming a little too far left there. That's it. That's it. Just keep the feet equidistant from that stick.
Didn't quite get the pause at the top.
No.
I mean, these are golden golf shots.
One thing I will say about Mikey is he's a really quick learner, Piers.
Yeah, okay.
With changes, whatever kind of he's kind of trying to change, you'll see him the next week and he'll kind of have it. Yeah. You know, he'll be pretty much most of the way there. It doesn't take, even though he doesn't practice an awful lot. I'm not sure if it's mental reps or what it is that you do, but you get there really quickly.
Yeah.
How much do you love golf?
Yeah.
So sometimes when you love golf enough and you're told something that you think is going to really help you, you think about it a lot.
Totally.
And that's a lot better than waiting 2 weeks before your next practice to then think about it again. You know, I'm a great believer in how much this can affect things
100%.
and how strong that is. Okay, let's hit some shots now. We're going to test you a little bit. Last one was a little bit that way, but no pausing at the top now.
Okay.
Well, I say no pausing, not stopping, but it might feel as though they're hanging up there a bit longer as we're then moving toward the target.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, totally.
So we're getting closer and closer.
That's golf shots.
Getting closer and closer. I know what he's going to do in a minute as well, and I think it'd be brilliant.
And that's the next step.
I think so. Definitely, yeah. Because look how close that is.
The good thing is now, again, I say this a lot to golfers when they're on a lesson. If the lesson were to stop now, we're good because we've got what we want. So, are you comfortable that you aiming left was causing you to spin, causing you to swing over the top, and not allowing you to move?
Totally. Yeah.
Now you're aiming squarer. You've now got permission to move here. So you've got to figure out a way in your practice swings, the drill, stopping at the top, or just your practice swings of going, I'm just going to move this way. So you have this move toward the target, yeah? Okay, you've got all of that. What I want you to do now is we're going to bring the golf course and functional shots to your practice.
Okay.
Because I think you do a lot of playing. This is where this is going to really help you in this instance.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to put an alignment stick on your target line. And I want you to start the golf ball. I want you to start the golf ball right of this alignment stick.
And this is a great point here. The reason Piers is doing this is Piers has given Mikey some internal cues which is get to the top, let's feel the hips, let's delay the body, let's get the club working this way. What he's now doing, he's going, let's have an external focus, which is really where the ball's going to start. And it's amazing how the body will organize the movement to create the shot. We often talk about this. Carl Morris, who's a great psychologist, and he talks about, does the shot create the swing or the swing create the shot? Now, it sounds quite complex, that does, but what Piers is doing now, he's trying to get the shot to organize the swing. Now, most golfers out there are just focusing on, well, I need to do this, I need to get the club in here. When actually we're going the other way around and going, well, I'll tell you what, let's start the ball right of this, let's bend it back. And your body has got to organize the movements in order to produce that. Okay. And it's going to organize the movements in probably a good way.
Okay. Isn't this interesting,
though? Completely.
Because if we asked all of your audience and all our audience in the comments, describe how you should play a draw, they'll answer it like an amateur golfer.
Right.
Whereas if you ask Aaron Rye, who we coach, Colin Morikawa, Dustin Johnson got absolute pelters from saying, how do you play a fade? And he says, well, you hit a fade. You just hit a fade. But what he's saying is actually really clever. He's saying, make sure it fades. And all I need to do is start it left. And for you, as the better you get as golfers, and we've been so lucky to spend time with these golfers, they keep it so simple. They're not thinking about positions that much. A few are, Justin Rose is, and a few other guys are. It works for him, that's fine. But for the majority, it's like target. As Andy says, let the shot organize the swing.
Right. Okay.
So just perfect.
Yeah. So all we're going to do now in this one is you're literally going to get hit shots now, and I want the ball starting here and curving back towards the target.
So yeah, get into shot. That's it.
There we go. Look at his difference now. Yeah.
Love this. Now he's getting into his course mode, and this is where he can start to make some. This is where we're going to see him go. Holy shit! This is that's a different feeling.
Can you on this one make sure and guarantee you get that delay in your transition still? Yeah, from the rotation. Just make sure you still move toward the target. Okay. I don't know whether it started left or right, Steve, but it's a beautiful golf shot.
Such a good shot.
It's going to be really close to 0 on the club path, I'm sure of that. 2.3
left.
But by the way, this is great. And because of your grip the way it is, with it being slightly strong, we have got to be careful playing a draw. Because you might find that it actually turns into a hook real quick.
Okay.
So this might be it. 1 or 2 degrees left might be exactly where you should be. Hope you heard that okay. We've got a plane flying
Be interesting
over.
to see if we can get this path right.
Practice
get this ball starting right and bending back.
Swing to the top and stop. Okay. Bump to the target. You're delaying, now swing through. Okay. Straight into the shot. Same sort of feeling, but again,
got to get this ball starting right. Okay, that was nice. Nice. Face was just a fraction open.
Your face made it start right,
The move there was very, very different.
Yeah.
Okay, still a little out. So we can, you're just manipulating that face a little bit.
Yeah.
Good though. I actually like that. It's very Darren Clark on the way through. Like that, which is good.
I'll take it.
Fancy an Open Championship?
Sure, why not?
He definitely likes a few Guinness, that's for sure.
There you go. So delay, 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 push and move. There we go. I don't know whether it'll pick it up. Sometimes it doesn't pick it up when you hit the stick. But that was nice.
I think maybe when you got in the course as well, one thing you might have to catch is that width of stance. Just not kind of finding yourself back into a really comfortable zone.
Do you know what I do with a lot of people? Stay there. Just on that, because this is really important. Used to be a meter rule, but it's a yard rule apparently these days. I live in America. But measure how far wide you should be.
That's actually an awesome
This is like, I mean, the best players I coach, I know how wide their stance is when they're hitting their best. I know how far from the golf ball they're standing. These are so simple things. We don't do videos on this because no one's going to watch it. Right. Because they're like, oh, well done, you know how far you stand from the ball. But it's so important. And for you, if you just knew how wide your stance was with a 7-iron, that'd be good. So go wide. Okay, outside. Oh, probably best if I turn it that way around, 24 inches to the outside of that foot from the outside of the foot. So if you've got a 24-inch wide stance, we're good. Okay, you can hit this one. Smooth transition. Nice. I mean, how hard did you hit that?
Not very hard.
Okay. Delayed at the top. Delay, go. It's not bad. It's still
it's not as much as he does when he does his drill.
Still too much rotation when he's hitting that. compared to the practice swing. It's going to be a couple left, 2 left. Come on, you got this.
And you were 8 left at the start. The one you 8 left. So this is still great. You're still like 6 degrees difference here. And you put this over a month of practice, it'll be there.
I think this would be my only concern would be, if you got really good at this right now and drawing it today, I would actually be more concerned than I am right now. Because I think in 2 months' time, you'd be going, Piers, what have you done? I'm now hooking it. And I think you could go that way, and we'd have to be careful.
Right, okay.
And also, this leaves a few elements and components that are going to be good for your driver.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's still see, for the sake of this video, if we can get it through.
If you were 2 degrees left from this alignment, you're still playing really nice golf. You're still playing really nice golf because the face is really stable through the ball.
Yeah.
Not a bad place to be.
Delay at the top, bump to the target. I think that number might be quite good. I think the face was just
face was obviously off there.
Yeah, there's not bad. 3 degrees left. As Andy said a few times, look, you're doing this from aiming square now. You were probably aiming, the amount right you were aiming was probably relative to 8 degrees difference in club path.
Right, okay.
On this one, we're going to hit it and we're just going to go real slow. No stopping, yeah?
Okay.
Still looks rotation to me, that did.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cody, just come and have a quick look at this, though. We'll definitely see a difference here.
0.7, I mean, no, that was 0.3.
Look at this now.
Yeah.
So you can see what you're doing to the ground. You are busting the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You are pushing into here now. So you are now definitely putting more into that. Normally you'd be coming back this way.
Right.
You'd be sort of spinning back. But now you can see, as you're swinging down now, you're pushing into the ground this way more, which is actually just causing the ground to break up.
Okay.
This is good.
Yeah.
But you're doing that more in your practice swings and the stopping at tops. It's not quite there in the actual shot.
Okay.
Think about this as well. The more that you move to the left, every time you move left, it's going to make you hit more down. And as you hit more down, the path goes more right.
Yeah.
So the more you rotate and stay behind it, the more the path's going to go left.
Okay.
So the more you do this, not only does it shallow you out, as you shift left, it again pushes the path right because your attack angle is going to go steeper. So everything is moving you in the right direction here.
Oh!
There's the shot, and there's the shot we're after.
Draw. I don't think I've ever said that in a video before.
There we go, 3.6.
3.6 to the right. Ian's over there texting his missus.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the video.
I might have known he'd hit a good one.
He just hit the best shot of his life.
The viewers could see it.
And he wasn't there. Right, let's just
I don't believe it happened.
No, it happened. We're done.
Too late now. You've missed it.
Just as well as on camera.
Here we go. Watch
believed you.
this. Look at this now. That's so
Look
good.
at the left leg
Yeah, there we go.
disappear, eh?
Yeah. But you can see the club now. The club is underneath the seam of your right shoulder.
Yeah.
It was not like that before. And I'd say, look at the club
Look at
there.
that there. Nice.
Boom.
Really
That's
good
gets
there.
as good as it gets.
That's the money spot right
That's
there.
absolutely on plane for us. We would call that as a two-dimensional plane. You're beautifully on plane. But then we know that was 3.6 to the right. And that golf ball. It is Darren Clark through swing.
It is. It's
class.
Darren Clark. Keep that Darren. The thing is, the fact that you've got a Darren Clark through swing is going to mean that you won't hit it to the left.
Yeah.
Because Clark is so stable with his face.
yeah.
Like, I don't see that you're going to have a problem with turning it over. Let's record another one.
Yeah. Do that. That's good because we can get that in video. That's actually quite.
Yeah,
It's quite good fun
quality.
that you weren't there. Actually,
Really good. Really good.
So you were 2.2 inches before. You've now 4.5 inches on the way down. So you've moved another couple of inches, which is
Wow,
exactly
that's
what you want.
impressive.
So that last was 4.5?
Yeah.
Mikey, phenomenal. If we think about what we've gone from aiming miles right. We've gone from there, spinning and hanging on that back foot, getting short of that impact line, and having a number which was pretty neutral on there. But in reality, as soon as we aimed you square, we could see that you were 8 degrees left with your club path, on average. So we squared you up. We can see that. We've got a wider stance. We flared the left foot out. We can now see from here, you've now got a permission to move to the target, and you've gone from 2.2 inches of hip sway towards the target when you were spinning. Now you're driving 4.5 inches on that shot there. That's double the amount of hip sway. You've took 8 degrees off your club path to the left, all from aiming square and just having the permission to move. And the good thing is, the drill we gave you, You don't need to practice a lot. You could just do that as a practice swing and then hit the shot when you play golf.
Yeah, good point.
Practice swing, do that when you play golf. And I really like where you're living at the moment on 1 degree left. I think that's a real nice place for you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Legend.
Thank you, sir.
Clarky.
Clarky,
Good
boy.
stuff.
It's a new
That's his
nickname, I
name
love
now.
it.
Clarky's the name.
All right, guys. As we hope with all of these videos, you saw a little bit of something for yourself to take away in there. I loved the structure. I loved the setup station that the boys gave you. You know, there was some things to help you realize why you're doing what you're doing. Really walk you through that to really understand it. I think you do truly understand why you're moving that way now.
For sure. I think the biggest takeaway is, you know, you want to go practice and hit some balls, and you have an idea of what to do rather than just show up and not pay attention. So yeah, it's good.
You've got a test coming.
Yeah, I know.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Remember, 24 inches width the
that's right,
stands.
2 feet, 2 feet. There we go.
I'll be at
2 feet between the feet.
TPI at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, that was good. Guys, really appreciate having the boys with us on the channel. This is going to be the first of 3 we have you on the channel.
Yeah.
So we're going to focus on Mikey today. We thought that would be a great way for us to bring some of the comments that I guess you guys have been, you know, in the nicest possible way, trying to say to Mikey, like, are you working on some stuff? You really weren't working on some stuff.
No.
So we thought this would be a perfect opportunity to bring that to the channel so you guys can see a little bit of what the boys bring on their channel, on your channel all the time.
I think it would be great to revisit this later down the line and go, right, that's your accountability to practice. And then we go, okay, how is it? How is it working?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, well, you've got some markers. You obviously a sport box. You've got a sports box account.
I do, yeah.
I mean, there's accountability coming your way.
No
kid.
excuses.
No excuses. No excuses. Fantastic. Okay, guys. Hope you really enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you again soon.